Welcome to the National Black Leadership and Empowerment Project series, Ask an Elder. Today, we will be speaking with Mr. Leroy Mitchell, a World War II veteran, about his experiences and the importance of voting.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kiera, and I was born in 1999, and this is my grandfather.
Leroy Mitchell.
And he's a World War II veteran.
I'm a World War II veteran. I'm here with my two delicious granddaughters. Hey.
And we're going to talk about some stuff today, so get ready, okay? Mm-hmm. So, Grandpa, my first question for you, being that you were born in 1923, is how was your life before you were actually able to vote?
Bad. Not good. Not good at all. Things were very bad during the time. But when I could vote, I was in the service, so it was all right. I didn't have to, I guess, be bothered with a lot of things that the people had to on land. So my voting was pretty good. Pretty good. I had no problems doing it. But it was very hard for other people to vote that was not in the service.
So being that you were in the service, you voted by absentee ballot?
Yes.
Okay. So how was that?
That was good because we had no problem. They made sure we had everything that we needed. Mm-hmm. And the mail was good then, no problems. Okay. No problem at all.
Was there any moment that you can think of where voting on land was really difficult for you?
Very bad. Very bad, but we voted. We did not make any excuses. We went out and voted. It's very important to go vote because it's very important to vote locally and for the presidency, but most so locally because you want district attorneys, sheriffs, and people like that, and police chief. You want to be sure you get the right people in office. Mm-hmm. Not like this woman the other day. The cops put handcuffs on a 6-year-old child. We need to change things like that. We need to get people in these local offices that have some power, not just the president, but these local people. It's very important for these local, vote for your local government. I've always voted for things like that. Before even the presidency, I like the local people come first because that affects your life quickly, closer to home. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So since you have lived almost a century, that's crazy to say, how was voting back then different from how you vote now?
A little difficult, but not much. But it was some difficulty then because the people didn't want us to vote, number one.
Right.
Like today, they still don't want us to vote. But it's important to vote. Please, it's very important to vote. I vote always. I never miss my voting, never. I don't care how busy I am or what I'm doing. I vote. I wish they'd make it a legal holiday so everybody could go and vote and without any problems or anything like that. But when I was working here on a civilian job, they still made it possible for us to go vote, no problem. The people I was working with, companies I worked with, it made it very possible for us to go vote, no problems at all.
Why do you think voting matters?
Voting really matters. It's one of the most important things in life is to go vote. It's your right to go vote. And if you have a right to do something, go and do it. No excuses. Thank you.
He said it, y'all. If you have the right to do something, go do it. And I think because you lived through the times when people were getting, unfortunately, hurt and killed over
voting.
A right that is, so critical to our whole country. So that being said, like my grandpa said, we want you to all vote every time you can, every year, no matter if it's the presidential election or if it's, like you said, the state election or any of your local election, because voting is important.
One vote could turn the table. So go vote. Maybe your one vote might be the vote that makes all the difference in our lives. And the young people's lives is coming up. Yeah.
And that's why voting matters. It's not just like, oh, I voted all these other times and I haven't seen any changes. We can actively start making the change by taking that step to vote. So join us in November, and he's already voted by mail-in, but join us in November by voting to start making a difference.
And to be very frank with you young people, I've seen very little change in the voting since we could vote. As far as Black people are concerned, the situation is still the same for Black people. I've seen very little change in it as far as the economics and things like that. They always try to keep Black folks down, and they have so far. So like John Lewis said, please, and everybody else that's worth their salt, go out and vote.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Go vote.
All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning into our interview, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.
This message has been brought to you by the National Black Leadership and Empowerment Project.